Good evening. I'd like to call this final meeting of Daviess County Fiscal Court, final meeting of 2023 to order. And Commissioner Conder, if you'd lead us in the prayer and a pledge.
Thank you, Judge. Everyone, if you could, bow your head and pray with me in this blessed season. Dear Lord God, allow us to remember that this season is not about presents. Allow us to remember that this season is about being present. Remember us and touch our hearts and our minds that a young teenage girl gave birth to your son, that a young man chose willingly to be a stepfather to your son, that they were born in humble beginnings, a barn with nothing. And yet, they said, yes, your will be done. I ask this day that you bless your people, all your people, those that are on the dais, Judge Caslin, Commissioner Caslin, Commissioner Marksberry, and all of our employees, that they have a safe and holy holiday. In your name I ask this. Amen. And now the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Conder. And Brooke, if you're ready to go.
1. Consideration for presentation. A. Treasurer's Report for November of 2023.
And this is a presentation, so we'll just have comments from Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. As of November 30th, 2023, total cash balance is $67,420,604 for all funds. General fund balance is $29,010,252. Minus operating reserve and restricted funds, cash for general fund operations is $20,213,171. All variances within the Treasurer's Report are normal, expected, and explainable. All departmental activity is within expected ranges to date. I have nothing else to report.
Thank you. Any questions from the commissioners for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Hearing none. Next item, Brooke.
2. Consideration for approval. A. Minutes of the December 7th, 2023 Daviess County Fiscal Court meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. We've all had the minutes in our presence for a little bit to review. And are there any corrections, deletions, or omissions to bring to Brooke's attention this evening? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
B. All claims for all departments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. We have the claims before us. Do we have any questions for the treasurer? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
C. Lease agreement with the Kentucky Administrative Office of the Courts for Judicial Center employee parking at First Baptist Church.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. Historically, Daviess County Fiscal Court has been reimbursed the cost of renting spaces for employees of the Administrative Office of the Courts, or AOC, in the Judicial Center through the annual court facilities local government reimbursement process. AOC has removed reimbursement for parking from their annual process, restricting it solely to space and use allocations for the facility only, and has issued lease agreements for parking spaces. This is the lease for spaces the court rents from First Baptist Church on 230 J.R. Miller Boulevard. There is no effect to our total reimbursement. This is merely an alteration of process. Legal and myself have reviewed the agreement. It is in order, and I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Any questions from the public? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
D. Lease agreement with Kentucky Administrative Office of the Courts for Judicial Center employee parking at the parking garage.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
This is the same process as the prior item, except for spaces rented from the parking garage on 100 Davis Street. There is, again, no effect to our total reimbursement, merely an alteration of process. Legal and myself have reviewed it. I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
E, bicycle share lease agreement with Boro Bikes LLC.
Motion to approve?
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Lee, you want to speak to this?
Judge and Commissioners, since 2015, Daviess County Fiscal Court has entered into a bicycle share lease agreement with Boro Bikes LLC, providing space for a public bicycle rental station off of Fairview Drive at Horse Fork Creek Park. The terms of this new agreement shall begin on the first day of January and extend through the 31st day of December in 2026, and allow for the court to extend the existing agreement for up to 2 additional one-year terms if so desired. The agreement allows for a payment of $300 annually to Daviess County Fiscal Court, which is due on or before the first day of business of January. Boro Bikes LLC shall carry workers' compensation, employees' liability insurance, and shall carry commercial general liability insurance with a combined single limit of not less than $1 million per occurrence, and provide the court with a certificate for the records. As it's at its own expense, Boro Bike shall provide adequate security for its equipment and any other property it owns while in the park. This document has been reviewed by the county park staff and the county attorney's office, and we would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Lee?
No.
Any questions from the public? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
F, playground lease agreement with Board of Education of Daviess County, Kentucky.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second. Mr. Lee.
Yes, sir. Daviess County Fiscal Court has been presented for its consideration a lease agreement by the Daviess County Public Schools for the term of 1 year commencing on the 1st of January 2024. This property is located at various county-owned school properties and provides for only the recreational use of 9 ball diamonds as well as 5 football fields for the Daviess County Playground Association as well as the Kentucky Football League, respectively. This lease represents the 46th anniversary of the Daviess County Playground Association, and in 2023 accommodated approximately 123 local recreational youth baseball and softball teams. Terms of this annual agreement include a field lighting policy during the traditionally recognized school year, as well as an outdoor heat and safety rules, thunderstorm and lightning safety rules, and a background check disqualifiers for those who have volunteer responsibilities associated with these individual teams. This document has been reviewed by the park staff and the county attorney's office, and we would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Lee? No. I just have one. I'm just
Yes, sir.
curious. Is whose ultimate responsibility on the lightning issue? Is it to clear the field? Is it the referees or the umpires?
The officials.
Okay.
It would be the officials' responsibility, and they certainly can be made aware. You know, if they're in the business of calling the game and anybody else were to see that there was lightning or could hear the thunder, they could be made aware of it and clear it. But
Okay.
yes, they would be the ones responsible for that.
Okay, very good. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
G, playground lease agreement with the Diocese of Owensboro.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Lee.
This lease agreement is between the Daviess County Fiscal Court and the Diocese of Owensboro for 2 ball diamonds, concession stands, restrooms, and a parking lot situated at St. William's Catholic Church in Knoxville, Kentucky, and is for the use of organized recreational teams registered through the Daviess County Playground Association. This lease is for the term from March 15th, 2024 through August 15th, 2024, and does not require any rent to be paid to the diocese for the use of the leased premise. During the term of this lease, the fiscal court shall maintain in full force a certificate of insurance for general liability and casualty damage to list both fiscal court and the Diocese of Owensboro as co-insured. All recreational costs associated with the operation of both the youth baseball and softball programs fall under the responsibility of the Knoxville Playground Association and their volunteer board president, Paul Millay. This document has been reviewed by the park staff and the county attorney's office, and we would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Lee?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
H, playground lease agreement with Stanley Playground Association.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Lee.
This lease represents an agreement between the Davis County Fiscal Court and the Stanley Playground Association Board under the leadership of Volunteer President Robin Tucker. This one-year lease shall include the recreational use of 2 ball diamonds, the concession stand, the storage building, bleacher seating, and the adjacent parking lots. Just as note, this property was originally purchased by Fiscal Court on the 29th of June in 1993 from the Davis County Board of Education in the amount of $79,000. These leased premises can only be used for recreational youth baseball or softball programs regarding the Davis County Playground Association. The term of the lease begins January 1st and runs through December 31st of 2024. During the term of the lease, the Playground Association, at their own cost and expense, shall provide blanket medical coverage for all participants, as well as $1 million comprehensive general liability policy that shall name Fiscal Court as additionally insured. The Stanley Playground Association shall pay the cost of all utilities, ground maintenance, and litter pickup for the leased premise, with the exception that Davis County Fiscal Court shall reimburse the association for electricity used for security during the months of November, December, January, and February. The Davis County Park staff and the County Attorney's Office have reviewed this document. We would recommend approval.
Okay, any questions for Mr. Lee?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Playground lease agreement with Whitesville Playground Associations.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second. Mr. Lee.
Again, this agreement's between the Fiscal Court and the Whitesville Playground Association Board under the volunteer leadership of a John DeJarnett. This 8.36-acre tract of property was originally purchased by Fiscal Court on the 5th of October in 1994 for the amount of $20,000. The premise shall include the use of 3 ball fields, the concession stand, the bleacher seating, the parking facilities, and the picnic pavilion on site. The term of the lease begins the 1st of January and ends on the 31st of December in 2024, and again is only for the recreational use of youth baseball and softball through the Playground Association. The Whitesville Playground Association shall, at their own expense, provide a blanket medical coverage for all participants, as well as $1 million comprehensive general liability insurance policy naming the Davis County Park Board, the Davis County Parks Department, the Davis County Fiscal Court, all as additional insured. This document has been reviewed by the park staff as well as the County Attorney's Office, and we would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Lee?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
J, concessions contract with Owensboro Davis County Babe Ruth League.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second. Mr. Lee.
Yes, sir. The concession contract is between the Davis County Fiscal Court and the Owensboro Davis County Babe Ruth League Concessions Chair. The purpose of this contract is to allow the Babe Ruth League Concessions Chair to offer products, including but not limited to soft drinks, sandwiches, and hot dogs, as concessions during all organized ball field events between the 1st of April and the 31st of October. The League Concessions Chair agrees to pay the county a vendor utility fee of $15 per day per concession stand that it is open for at least 1 hour. As a condition of the lease, the league shall establish retail pricing for all concession stand merchandise consistent with the pricing used by surrounding concessions. Furthermore, the league shall meet all current health department guidelines for food service, retail food, and concessions. Throughout the term of the contract, the league shall provide player accident insurance for all organized activities and shall provide a copy of the certificate of insurance to Fiscal Court. Again, this document has been reviewed by the park staff and the county attorney's office, and we would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Lee?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I'm glad you didn't get started like I did.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And
Have a Merry Christmas, Ross.
K, KYEM Emergency Management Assistance Program, non-supplementing certification.
Motion to approve.
I'll second. Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
Yes, Judge. This certification states that Davis County Fiscal Court will not pursue grants through this particular program for items that are already budgeted, meaning we will only request assistance for items we would not otherwise pursue without grant funding. We approve this annually. It is a standard certification that is required by state EMA. I would recommend approval.
No.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Any questions from the public? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Memorandum of Agreement between the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Department of Military Affairs, Division of Emergency Management, and 120 local jurisdictions of the Commonwealth to establish an agreement for an emergency.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
This agreement is for the Emergency Management Assistance Program, which is the pool of funds that we tap in order to recover a percentage of EMA employee salaries. We participate annually. It is a program that is available to all 120 counties in the Commonwealth. I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Any questions from the public? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
M, purchase one new John Deere 6110M cab tractor and one new Tiger Bengal boom mower from SMA 758.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
This item is to replace 2 totaled units resulting from an incident in October of this year. The Road Department is recommending to purchase a new John Deere 6110M tractor and Tiger Bengal sidearm mower from the State Master Agreement 758 PUNC 2691 in the amount of $192,692.88, which will be offset by the insurance reimbursement that we'll receive from the totaled units. Sufficient funds do remain in the Road Department to cover the differential. We expect delivery within 3 months. The replacement units are the same make and model that we were operating before. I would recommend approval.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Mark, I'm curious, as far as, obviously this piece of equipment's been out of service, so are we just not doing the work that it would have been used for, or is we subcontracting it out, or are we getting it done with other equipment?
We've had to delay the work that we used this equipment for.
Okay, all right. So, anyway, for the sake of the public, if they'd be patient with us till we get this piece of equipment back up. So, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
N, purchase one 2012 Ford F-550 bucket truck for Owensboro Municipal Utilities.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson.
This item is to purchase a used 2012 Ford F-550 bucket truck from OMU in the amount of $46,000. We had attempted to bid this item earlier in the fiscal year with no success. The attached letter and offer are the record that all requirements have been met in order to purchase the unit from OMU. The amount is within budget. There are no exceptions to our criteria. Fleet Maintenance has inspected the unit and found it to be in good condition. I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Commissioner Conder.
Just one comment, Judge. Thank you, County Engineer Brasher and OMU for allowing Fiscal Court to be able to get this bucket truck, which has been much needed for a long time and will be put to great use in the future. This is a great addition to our public works to really trim trees and do it the right way and safe way. So thank you.
You're welcome. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
O, reject bid number 2324-33, one used surface soil compactor for the landfill.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion second. Mr. Johnson.
We are recommending a rejection of all bids received. This bid was for the provision of one used surface soil compactor for the landfill to be utilized in their land farming operation. This was an attempted rebid for a used unit, as landfill management anticipates infrequent use that will not justify the expense of a new unit. After review, the used units that were identified at the time of rebid have since been sold, and the only bid we received was actually for a new unit. So we are recommending rejection. Landfill management will revisit this item at a later date based on availability of desired units.
Okay. Any questions or comments from Mr. Johnson?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
P, award bid number 2324-35, one new Class A fire engine for the fire rescue at Stanley.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and second. Mr. Johnson.
This bid is for the replacement of a 1997 International 4900 series pumper that is currently in its 26th year of service. We are recommending award to the best evaluated bid submitted by Atlantic Emergency Solutions for the 2024 Pierce Freightliner BX pumper in the amount of $419,108. Although a trade-in was offered, the vendor chose not to exercise the option. We will retain that trade-in to be dealt with at a later date, either by transfer or surplus auction. Atlantic Emergency Solutions is being recommended due to the delivery date of March 15th of '24. The other bid received is estimated to be delivered 900 days after the receipt of order. Daviess County Fiscal Court will contribute $325,000 towards the purchase of this unit, with the Stanley Volunteer Fire Department paying the balance per a typical replacement procedure. Atlantic Emergency Solutions is a known vendor. The exceptions were ruled as minor, and Fire Chief Smith and Stanley Volunteer Fire Command staff see no issues. I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson? Mr. Conder, Commissioner Conder.
Thank you, Judge. Jordan, if you could, frame of reference, 2 years ago, what was, maybe 3 years ago, but what was an engine costing at that time? Just approximately? Less than $300,000?
Right
Maybe?
about.
Excuse me?
Right about 300.
And now it's 420?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Judge. Just had to say it.
You're welcome. Yes, it's gone up considerably. We've increased to help the stations, we used to give $200,000 towards the purchase of a truck. Now we give $325,000, right? I see we have two guests from the Stanley Volunteer Fire Department. Either one of you care to comment, or you're comfortable not? You don't feel obligated.
Luke Cecil, Assistant Fire Chief representing Chief Stephen Smith for Stanley Fire Department. Appreciate County Commissioners for the generosity in the purchase of this truck. As Jordan said, we've noticed in our bidding process that trucks have gone up over $100,000 in a few short years. The last truck we purchased at Stanley was back in 2011 for a price about the same truck for $170,000 back in 2011. So this was a big hit for us, and the change in the way we are funded in the volunteer fire service is going to help with this funding in the future.
Yes, sir.
So, any questions?
No, I just want to thank you all for what you do for our community, both of you, and known Randall for a long time, and anyway, appreciate all that you all do. So
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Q, award bid number 2324-36, mowing of county right-of-ways annual.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second, Mr. Johnson.
We are
Thank you, gentlemen.
recommending award.
Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
We are recommending award to the best evaluated bids submitted by B.J. Ward in the amount of $62,854.30 per mowing for all sections. We typically conduct 3 mowing cycles per year, which would mean this would total $188,562.90 annually for approximately 478 miles of mowing each cycle. The price increase has been ruled as reasonable by Road Department management in comparison with other municipal entities that contract this service, and this amount is below the estimated cost of performing this service in-house. B.J. Ward is a known vendor. We have been satisfied with his performance for many years. There were no exceptions to our specifications, and I would recommend approval.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Any questions from the public? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
R, renew bid number 03-2020.4, mosquito control services.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion, second, Mr. Johnson.
The following 3 agenda items are recommendations to renew contracts that have been performed to county management satisfaction over the last year. All would be renewed at the same price as awarded, as reflected by the rate schedules presented. Management believes that the court would see no significant savings if these items were to be rebid. Beginning with bid number 03-2020.4, we are recommending the 4th renewal of mosquito control services contract with Action Pest Control. The vendor has agreed to the original contract price to be extended for an additional year. The Road Department is satisfied with their service, and public complaints have been minimal. Treatment locations are updated by County Engineer Brasher as complaints are registered per the contract. I would recommend renewal.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
S 223-29.1, elevator maintenance services.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson?
We are recommending the first renewal of the elevator maintenance services contract with DC Elevator. This bid contract is for routine elevator maintenance, compliance inspections, and repairs for elevators located in the courthouse, Kirtley Annex, and Judicial Center. Maintenance is highly satisfied with their service and recommend renewal.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson?
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
T, renew bid number 2223-30.1, property maintenance services.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Got a motion and a second. Mr. Johnson?
We are recommending the first renewal of the property maintenance services contract with U.S. Lawns. This bid contract is for property maintenance services directed by the Solid Waste Coordinator for properties that are in violation of Daviess County Ordinance KOC 1-2016. Solid Waste Management has been satisfied with their performance, reporting no issues to date. I would recommend renewal.
Any questions for Mr. Johnson? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
U, appoint Dirk Duper, Mark Brasher served 3+ terms, to the Stormwater Quality Advisory Committee Board, 4-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2027.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I just want to thank Mr. Brasher for his service in the past and thank Dirk Duper for agreeing to serve in this capacity. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
V, appoint Keith Stiff to the Owensboro Metropolitan Planning Commission Board to complete the unexpired term of Jason Strode, effective December 21st of 2023 through December 31st of 2024.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank Mr. Strode for his service to our community and also thank Keith for agreeing to serve. And you're here this evening, so thank you for being with us. You want to say anything or no? You're good. All right. Anyone else wish to say anything? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
W, appoint Vernon Wathen to the Owensboro Metropolitan Planning Commission Board to complete the unexpired term of Teresa Borman, effective December 21st, 2023 through December 31st of 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Want to thank Ms. Borman for serving, for her service to our community. And also want to thank Vernon Wathen for agreeing to serve in this capacity. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
X, appoint Olivia Schilke, Jan Goldman served 3 terms, to the Oasis Board of Directors, a 4-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2027.
Motion to approve?
Second. Got a motion and a second. And just want to thank Ms. Goldman for her service to our community and also thank Olivia for agreeing to serve in this capacity. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Y, appoint Ryan Trunnell, Chris Pantel served 2 terms, to the Daviess County Cooperative Extension District Board, 3-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2026.
I'll make a
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Just want to thank Chris for his service to our community. I believe this particular board is that he's termed out, that he's limited to 2 terms. So, and also want to thank Ryan for his agreement to serve on this committee. For what it's worth, this is another one similar to the library where they submit names to us, and I'm supposed to appoint somebody from that list. So, and Ryan was one of 2 names that was given to me. So. Anyway, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Z, appoint Jerry Small, Amy Lilly served 1 term, to the Green River Area Aging Council, 3-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2026.
Motion to approve?
Second. You got a motion and a second. I want to thank Ms. Lilly for her service to our community and also thank Jerry Small for agreeing to serve on this board. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
AA, reappoint Susan Zogelman, served 1 term, to the Daviess County Cooperative Extension District Board, 3-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Again, this is the same board as the one item, two items up was, but she's not finished she's not maxed out. So Ms. Ogelman, I'm reappointing her. She agreed to serve another term. So I want to thank her for her service to our community. And all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
BB, reappoint John Bell, served 3 terms, to the Davis County Water District Board, 4-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2027.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank Mr. Bell for agreeing to serve another term. They're getting ready to go through some transition, and I think it's important to keep some consistency there, and appreciate him agreeing to serve. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
CC, reappoint Christina O'Brien, served 2 terms, to the Davis County Water District, a 4-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2027.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank Christina for agreeing to serve another term. She is, I believe, hoping to be the incoming president of the Rural Water Association. Thank you, David. Anyway, so I want to thank her for her service to our community and to the broader service to our Commonwealth in her new role as she remains on this board. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
DD, reappoint Chris Caslin, served 1 term, to the Greater Owensboro Chamber of Commerce Board, 1-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2024.
Motion to approve.
And I'll abstain from the vote.
Okay.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Let the record reflect that Chris Casson will abstain. Commissioner Casson will abstain on this vote. I want to thank Commissioner Casson for serving in this capacity and for your prior year. I heard back from the executive director or president, whatever her title is, that you've done an excellent job as a board member. So thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
EE, reappoint David Smith, served 1 term, to the Development Review Board, Mid-America Air Park, 3-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank Mr. Smith for agreeing to serve another term and for the service you've given our community already in this capacity. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
FF, reappoint Lauren Osowich, served 1 term, to the Green River Area Development District Board of Directors, 3-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. I want to thank Ms. Lauren Osowitz for her service to our community and her continued service to our community in this on this board. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
GG, reappoint Bill Glenn, served 3 terms, to the Owensboro Metropolitan Planning Commission Board of Adjustments, 4-year term, effective January 1 of 2024 through December 31st of 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second. We've got a motion and a second. I want to thank Mr. Glenn for his service to our community and his continued service to our community on this board. And before I call for the vote, I just want to say we've had a number of these board appointments tonight. This is what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. For anyone who might be watching, we appoint to quite a few boards throughout our community, and we have on our website a portal where you can log in and say that, hey, I'm interested in serving on this particular board, and there's a whole list of them on there. So anyone that might be watching or that has an interest in serving our community on boards, that's a good way to get your name in the hopper. Or you certainly can call the courthouse and talk to any of the commissioners or myself and let us know that which one. We probably will direct you to log into the portal and do it if you have access to it. That's surest way to get to Brook. So who keeps track of those? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
3, consideration for discussion. A, other business to be brought before the Daviess County Fiscal Court. There is none that I'm aware of.
Okay.
B, public comments.
This is a part of the meeting where we ask anybody who wishes to come to the podium to identify yourself, state your name and address for the record, and then say your piece. Any takers this evening? I see none. Next item.
C, comments by Daviess County Fiscal Court.
We'll start with Commissioner Casson.
Thank you, Judge. I wanted to say congratulations to our Commonwealth Attorney, Bruce Kegel. He retired, or he's retiring at the end of this year. And, getting to work with him as a member of law enforcement, as he was the Commonwealth Attorney, was, he's always done a great job, and I appreciate so much what he's done for our community, and best of luck for him as he goes forth and does whatever he will do in retirement. Also, this being the last meeting of the year, just thanks to everybody here and the staff as well, and to the public for, this being a year that I feel like, as far as fiscal court, or I not just feel like, I know that we've done, things that were looked at things we wanted to do, and we all came here and we set out to achieve, and we're achieving things that I feel like continues to make our community a better place for everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Marksberry.
Just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, and hope you have a peace-filled holiday. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Conder.
God bless us, everyone.
And I just want to echo Commissioner Caslin's congratulations to our Commonwealth Attorney for his retirement. I attended that, and I know Commissioner Conder was able to attend also, and it was very, very well attended and well deserved. I wish him a long retirement, long healthy retirement. I just want to say thank you to all those who have reached out to us. We've got a lot of cards and I'm going to say tokens of appreciation that have come into fiscal court to the office here. We've shared with the staff a lot of it. Folks just wishing us well, and want to say thank you publicly for that. I too want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I just want to say to those who might go to Christmas parties or other parties or New Year's parties, that plan ahead and be careful, and don't drink and drive. So it's a wonderful season, and we'd like everybody to be happy at the end of it. So anyway, this is our last meeting of the year, so I think we've had a good year. I want to thank you all for working with me and making it a good year for fiscal court. Anyway, God bless us all. And without further business, this meeting is adjourned.